Someone tried to Nick Fuentes last night. Now, I don't know who Nick Fuentes is, but we're going to find out together. So I went on X, formerly known as Twitter, and I typed into Grok, the AI tool that's integrated with X, and said, who is Nick Fuentes? Well, Grok says that Nick Fuentes is an American far-right political commentator, activist, and live streamer known for promoting white supremacist, misogynistic, and anti-Semitic views. Born on August 18th of 1998, he gained notoriety after dropping out of Boston University following his participation in the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia. Here are some key points about him. All right, Grok goes on to say, political activism. Fuentes hosts a show called America First with Nicholas J. Fuentes, which has attracted a following among young far-right activists. His followers are sometimes referred to as groypers. I don't know what that means. He aims to pull the Republican Party further to the extreme right, advocating for a reactionary political stance. Controversies. Fuentes has been involved in several high-profile incidences. He was subpoenaed by the United States House Select Committee on the January 6th attack for his involvement in the events leading up to the Capitol riot. He also dined with former President Donald Trump and Kanye West at Mar-a-Lago in November 2022, a meeting that drew significant criticism due to his known white supremacist and anti-Semitic views. Again, this is all coming from Grok. I don't know this guy, don't know anything about him. I just assume that Grok is an unbiased AI thing, you know? So we'll keep going. Ideology. His ideology includes strong opposition to immigration, feminism, and what he refers to as globalism, which he frames with anti-Semitic undertones. He has denied the Holocaust and expressed admiration for fascist leaders like Mussolini. Interesting. Fuentes identifies with the incel movement and has promoted the idea of a holy war against Jews. Bro, that's this is kind of dark. It's kind of dark, man. If Grok is saying this about you, ooh, imagine what you typed in. Imagine what you would read about him if you read Wikipedia. Probably would say he was like Satan on there or something. All right, legal issues. Recently, Fuentes has faced legal issues. He was charged with battery in Illinois after allegedly pepper spraying a woman who confronted him at his home following his controversial social media posts. This incident took place after he posted the slogan, "Your body, my choice." In quotes, that's what he said. In response to Donald Trump's 2024 election victory, which led to his home address being doxed online. Okay, so that is where this stems from. So this is building up, and we'll get to the guy that tried to take his life pretty soon, because that's wild too, by the way. But yeah, so the legal issues. So the reason why. Well, it's not a reason. There's no excuse to dox people online. I think that's a horrible thing, just to be completely clear about that. I think that's disgusting behavior, and we shouldn't encourage that type of stuff. I've had friends that got doxed online, and it puts them and their families in danger. I don't agree with that whatsoever. But it seems to be, at least to me, my perception is that when he was doxed online, that's what caused his address to get out there, which is probably how this person found him. Anyway, we'll keep pushing. So, public perception. Fuentes is widely described as a neo-Nazi and white supremacist by various sources, including the Anti-Defamation League and the Southern Poverty Law Center. His influence has been noted among certain segments of the far right, particularly through his use of irony and humor to mask or downplay his more extreme views. Reinstatement on platforms. He has been banned from multiple social media platforms for hate speech, but was reinstated on X under Elon Musk's. Okay, well, yeah, everyone knows Elon Musk on it. Okay, he was reinstated on X only to be suspended again shortly after for further violations, but obviously he's back on X now because I was able to look up his account on there, so he's on there. His return to social media platforms has been contentious, often leading to debates about freedom of speech versus the spread of hate speech. Nick Fuentes remains a polarizing figure with his activities and statements regularly discussed in the context of far-right extremism in the U.S. Okay, and again, this is all coming straight from Grok, the AI. I just typed in, who is Nick Fuentes? Because I didn't know. I just saw that something crazy had happened to him, and so I typed it in Grok, and this is what Grok spit out. So anyway, back to the purpose of this video, which is to find out what happened to Nick Fuentes. Because somebody visited his house, and I believe this person had the intent to take his life. So Nick posted this. He said, last night an armed made an attempt on my life at my home, which was recently doxxed on this platform, meaning X. The gunman carried a pistol, a crossbow, and incendiary devices. I believe he intended to kill me. He is now I am okay. That's crazy. All right, let's see. He says, according to police, the would-be assassin committed a triple in southern Illinois early yesterday before he arrived at my doorstep with his pistol drawn, calling my name. I am grateful to God that I'm still alive today. Tragically, the gunman broke into a neighbor's home to evade police and two of their dogs. That's awful, dude. While heartbreaking, it could have been so imaginably worse. God have mercy. Doxing is not a game. This nihilistic lynch mob behavior must end before anyone else's. I will now have to uproot my life and relocate. While I can handle whatever comes to my front door, it is irresponsible to expect my neighbors with young families to share that burden. In the meantime, I will have to contract 24-hour security to protect myself and my property. If anyone would like to contribute to defray the cost, $13,000 a week of private security in rebuilding my studio, here is the donation link. I can only accept cryptocurrency because I am banned from banking services and CC processing. Bro, you're banned from banking services? Bro, that is wild. I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of that, like debanking. I think there was somebody on Joe Rogan's podcast that was talking about debanking before, but I've never heard of anyone actually having that happen to them. That's unreal. Anyway, let's get to the video of this because it was recorded on a Ring camera and it is pretty wild. Like, let's see. All right, he says, the killer parked his car in front of my house and approached my door with his pistol drawn and what appears to be a crossbow. I was live streaming at the time. He rings the bell, tries the doorknob, and yells, "Yo, Nick."
Yo, Nick!
Dude, that is creepy. That is creepy. Good thing this dude had Ring cameras that captured this. Ring camera stock's about to go way up to the moon. So highly encourage you to buy Ring cameras. Let's see what articles are saying about it online, because like this is nuts, dude. This is crazy. All right, so let's see. Far-right influencer Nick Fuentes claims home was among those targeted by homicide suspect in downtown Illinois, just outside of Champaign, where police said a triple homicide took place. So see, far-right influencer Nick Fuentes says he believes his Berwyn home was among those targeted by a man suspected in a triple homicide who was fatally shot by police late Wednesday night following a home invasion on Fuentes' block. The situation first started around 9:40 p.m. Wednesday in downstate Illinois, just over 2 hours south of Berwyn, where police said a triple homicide took place. According to Illinois State Police, 3 people were in the 1100 block of Riverside Drive in Mahomet, located just outside of Champaign. All 3 were shot, with 1 pronounced dead at the scene and 2 others dying at area hospitals. Bro, what the hell is wrong with people, man? Like, this is crazy. The man suspected in those was then spotted roughly 2 hours later as authorities said Berwyn police responded to the 1800 block of Home Avenue for reports of a man armed with a gun. Berwyn is located just 144 miles from Mahomet. Upon arrival, police said the man fled on foot and successfully escaped 2 responding police officers before forcing his way into a home on a nearby street where he fatally shot 2 dogs. Officials said the man then fled into a yard once again on Home Avenue. Police said the man, identified as 24-year-old John Lyons, was shot and by police after he fired several rounds towards responding officers. Fuentes, who lives in the area of the Berwyn incident, posted on X, formerly Twitter, Thursday afternoon, claiming Lyons came to his home and was captured on Ring doorbell footage that same night. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about earlier. Police have not confirmed if Fuentes was targeted in the Berwyn incident, nor did they say the man seen in the footage was the same man involved in the police shooting. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out here. That is insane. Apparently last month, the Berwyn Police Department had to respond to a call from his residence after a verbal back and forth with a 57-year-old Marla Rose. In a now deleted video shared by Rose, Fuentes opened the door, pointing a spray device in the direction of the camera, grabbed the woman's phone, took it inside his home, and then locked the door. This must be where he sprayed pepper spray on her. I think that was what he got accused of. Dude, either way, that's crazy. And I've never heard of this guy before. I don't know who he is, but obviously we shouldn't be encouraging or condoning violence. Shouldn't be condoning or encouraging doxing of people. Definitely don't go to people's homes. Whoever this person was that visited his home obviously was a disturbed individual, especially if it was the same person that dogs and stuff, man. Like that's horrible. I don't know anything about this guy. I've never followed his posts or see anything about what he's done or like what's got him kicked off of YouTube and all these other platforms. I mean, like I said, if I typed "who is Nick Fuentes" on Grok and it spits that stuff out about him, he's probably a fairly controversial character, just to be like 100% fair. I don't know anything about him. Definitely don't wish this on anybody. So, and at least he got away with it, or got away unscathed, didn't get harmed. And by the sound of it, nobody none of his next door neighbors got harmed, but still a crazy situation, like just nuts. Anyway, if you guys know anything about Nick Fuentes or you know anything about this incident, please let me know in the comments. I've never heard of him before. So like, if you know anything that he's done that people have like wigged out about, let us know in the comments. Obviously keep it clean. Don't say anything that's going to get you in trouble or, flagged for posting something or commenting something. I don't want any of you to get in trouble, but if you know anything about him, let me know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.